Minecraft, the game we all love and play, has had its fair share of updates. But what if I told you that an update so crucial to the game's future was released at its lowest point, making it once again the number one in platforms, with YouTubers like Dream, PewDiePie, and streamers like XQC and Pokimane, and a lot more helping out. The game has definitely had its ups and downs, with one of its biggest updates being so controversial, players were begging for mods to revert it back. But that certainly wasn't the reason for the game's decline in player count. From the point the exploration update was released in 2017 up to the summer of 2018 with the aquatic update, there hasn't been any great changes. Sure, the exploration update itself only adding gold nuggets and firework rockets to make elytras go faster, and some mobs like the Vindicator, Evokers, Llamas, and Vexes. The aquatic update gave us the ability to swim, the ocean was upgraded, and more things to do. And the World of Color update only introducing us to some more blocks and parrots. Though nothing life-changing happened at that point, everyone got back into the game, except that these new versions had performance issues, making some players unable to play even if they wanted to. And on top of that, games like Fortnite, Activision games, and From Software games like Sekiro and others were really popular at the time, making many Minecraft players go to those games instead, since with Minecraft being most people's childhood game, they've already played it for hundreds of hours, wanting to try something new. On April 23, 2019, a new update made by Mojang, being one of the most important for the later improvement of the game, was released, known as the Village and Pillage update. This update gave players the ability to make villager farms, explore the world even more to find different types of villages, but also experience the thrill of fighting off a raid and becoming the village hero. Most importantly, the textures of the game were revamped, making it feel more alive, and lastly, the performance issues that players would experience last update would be fixed, along with 52 bugs no longer being a problem. Of course, those were the only changes to the game, but if I were to talk about them all in this video, it would take way too long. The Village and Pillage update brought many players back into the game, as well as PewDiePie making videos on it. PewDiePie's arrival changed the course of the game by a lot, catching many people's interests and introducing them into Minecraft. As Minecraft began to slowly get back into the Hall of Fame, speedrunners would find a way to make new records and very fast attempts, creating the speedrunning era. This era's most popular and most impactful member would begin to show himself in the world of streaming later on, creating their own style of videos and even starting the SMP era of YouTube. Dream. The YouTuber with now 31 million subscribers would get popular due to his timed records on speedrunning, but that wasn't the only thing Dream did for the community. In the December of 2019, Dream would upload his own unique idea to the face of YouTube. Manhunts. The idea of manhunts was simple. Dream would try to speedrun the game while his friend would try to stop him. This absolutely popped off, gaining millions of views, with smaller YouTubers trying to do the same thing but with twists. Only a year after the Village and Pillage update, the Nether update came into the game in June of 2020, with one of the most boring dimensions of the game being completely revamped, adding new biomes, bastions, piglins, hoglins, and most importantly, trading. Speedrunners would find a way to make a new record with a very fast attempts, popularizing the speedrunning and manhunt era even more. Streamers and YouTubers saw this as a big opportunity and hopped onto the trend themselves, gaining a massive amount of following. Even Fortnite streamers like Tfue and at some point even Ninja began to play Minecraft. On the other hand, manhunts would begin to get more and more popular due to the faster speedrunning times and how easy speedrunning was now. Just leaving a bit of luck and some skill to beat the game in a minimum of 15 minutes. With the game's popularity skyrocketing, small content creators hopped onto the trend, even some of them being at 1 million subscribers now. Lastly, the same content creator who popularized Manhunt made an SMP for YouTubers to play on called, you guessed it, the Dream SMP. This server had roleplay, and most people at the time were going crazy over it because of how entertaining it was. After a while though, as people grew up, it became a little boring, and the Dream SMP has now been discontinued. Although the Dream SMP is now over, content creators have still started to make their own SMPs, as well as the most popular one right now being the Life Steal SMP. And I have to say, it's interesting as hell, and I would have to recommend you to check it out. This was it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I have to ask you to consider subscribing. It's free and it motivates me to make more videos like this. Have a good rest of your day.